telling you not to go outside after it got dark because people was breaking into people's houses. I mean, it was no power. Right. Gustav came and fucked up everything. Like it was. I ain't gonna say it was the equivalent to Katrina because in New Orleans, when Katrina hit, a lot of people died and it just wiped out total neighborhoods where the houses went in. Yeah. But Gustav, how it flooded and how it just damaged power lines and it knocked trees over. The houses were still standing, but it took energy a long ass time to be able to clean that shit up to where it was safe to restore power. They could have cut the power back on, but it would have fucked a lot of shit up. Right.
I mean, a lot of the transformers would have blew as well if they didn't get certain things. I know about those situations, not personally for as being involved in them, but man, I'm a research king, right? And I look at a lot of different shit. You know what I mean? Preparing this a lot of different shit, and it's like, especially with the construction field, it's like people think, okay, trees and tore this power line down and this and that because the storm came through. They can get our power back on. But do you understand how many people are without power within the city and sometimes the whole fucking entire state, depending on what damage the shit has done? And it's like sometimes they can't come and fix this because if they fix this, it's touching 5 miles up the fucking road and 2 miles east. You know what I mean? And as soon as we fix this, it's gonna blow this $150,000 transformer, or whatever the fuck it may be, and we back to square one. So I understand why they do things the way they do in that aspect. So I understand what you're saying about they couldn't restore power immediately because it would have fucked other shit up. That's what I was saying. But go ahead.
Yeah, but all that shit was fucked up, and it was like that for months. Like if anybody in your chat from Baton Rouge, they'll tell you. And I ain't got the thing up, so I can't see none of going on. But they'll tell you, like, Gustav really fucked a lot of shit up.
I never
and my mom and my dad, they used to see my mom. You know them little tea candles?
Yeah.
Like them little small mini candles?
Yeah.
Man, she had at least so many in her closet. And that's what she was using to cook on. She'll light about 6 on them, put like a little aluminum tray over them, and she'll cook on top of that. So we have hot meals, like real hot meals, while everybody else, you know, who got electric stoves, they can't even cook. My dad had all kind of little lights and shit that ran on batteries, all kind of batteries and shit in the our goddamn house was lit up.
Right, exactly. Like you mentioned aluminum foil. It's like certain key shit you're saying is causing me to interrupt you. Like people don't actually know you can take aluminum foil in the sun and create a fire. These motherfuckers, most of these people that frequent social media and think they the shit every day and doing all this fuck boy and girl shit. If most of these people were without power for 2 to 3 months, man, they die.
Right, exactly.
They die. You can create a fire off of aluminum foil in the goddamn sun. It's equal to a magnifying glass. Some people may say online, okay, all right, whatever.
Yeah, people was out there. People was out here hurt, man. Like my whole street, like people was out here looking like zombies without power. Oh, yeah. That's all it was. You just went no power. You still could drive and get to places. We just didn't have any power. Right. You know, and you really couldn't go to the store because they didn't have any power. Right. So it was really kind of, that's why I said it was almost like martial law because people was out here wilding, breaking into people's houses and killing people and doing all kind of other shit. So they put a strict curfew on.
Yep.
So well, if they caught you at night, they damn near gonna kill you because they was just gonna assume that you was out here up to no good.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And that's fucking crazy because people got to survive, bro. So some people going to have to hit the motherfucking streets, man, and try to find something. But at the end of the day, you know, that's why I need to really get tough for my, I got a Survival of the Fittest channel. You know what I mean? I need to get tough on that with videos and things. I don't think I'm going to be doing any live streams on that channel or my DIY. I think I'm going to more so do videos and upload and people who watch them and, you know, can use something from them, fine, or take something from them, fine. I don't think I'm even getting into the live stream realm on those channels. I just want to share some of the knowledge that I have. And at the end of the day, you know, people have to be prepared for the worst, regardless of if it never happens. You have to be prepared for the fucking worst. Because when the worst comes, or what we perceive to be the worst comes, and we're not prepared, it could mean life or death for us and our family, simply because we didn't store enough water to survive for 3 weeks. Because people don't understand, if the power is shut down, then the motherfucking water plant, right?
Right.
The generators and shit like that, the dams can't pump the water.
Mm-hmm.
The filters can't. Now, they got backup generators, but they only last for so long. You feel what I'm saying? Because when power is down, the pumps at the gas station can't work because they run off power. People don't understand that power is one of the major commodities in society today.
Oh yeah, once the grid go off, it get real. It get really real. I mean, I've seen people sitting in line for, like, I'm talking about like real hours, like up to 5-6 hours just to get cases of water. When a gas station, like a few gas stations that could get gas, man, the damn line stretched around the street to the point by the time if you in the back, by the time you got to the pump, there ain't no gas left.
Now, what you're talking about is around September 11th. What was that? 2011? No. Was it? No, 2001. 2001. I'm way off. That was 2001.
It wasn't 2001. Because Katrina happened in 2005.
Okay.
It had to be after
2011. What was it?
It's Gustav. So I want to say
it's been September 11th. The time that shit happened. What year was that? 2001,
the towers happened. I know for sure Katrina happened in 2005. So Gustav, I was in Baton Rouge, but Gustav happened. So I know it's after 2008. And since I was staying with my people still, it had to be somewhere in between 2008 to I want to say 2011.
It might have been 2011. It might have 2011. Was it 11? Hell, I don't quite remember. Damn, I thought it was longer than that. I thought it's been longer than that.
Since Gustav hit?
No. I'm talking about September 11th, the trade time.
That was 2001.
That's what I said. That's what I was saying. I knew it was 2001. I said that's what I was saying 2001 for.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that was just a misunderstanding as to what I was talking about. I was talking about when because I was thinking that what you were talking about, and you said that wasn't around the time, but it was equal to, I should have said it like this. What you're talking about far as the people to get in line to get water around the blocks and gas around the blocks, so on and so forth, what I should have said, or the way I should have said it was, that would be equal to what happened September 11, 2001. Because after that, it was like gas shot up like I'm gonna go way over like 4,000%. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It was like gas went stupid. Water was stupid. Different things. It was hard to get certain things. And I remember when gas went up so high that when it came down, it was like certain gas stations would do promotions and it would be so cheap and people were not used to paying. I mean, at one point, I think here in Indiana, we paid $2.99 a gallon, $3.01, $3.01. And it was like, I always drive old school cars. I just love them. You know what I mean? I'll give you a new one day. I'm not with old in the motherfucker all that time, for all them years. If I'm gonna finance something or something like that, man, it's gonna be a roof over my motherfucking head before I do a car. You see what I'm saying? So, and I'm gonna put my money in that roof over my head because I'm not trying to sleep in my car. I done been there, done that. Because I left home at a young age and I bought my first car at 14. So I didn't want to mind no motherfucking adults. You know what I mean? And it was like, okay, I'm making money. I can get out on my motherfucking own. I don't give a fuck about living with nobody. I'm talking about literally, bro. I used to goddamn it sleep in my motherfucking car. It was by choice. It wasn't that I had to. I wanted to see what my elders was telling me. You ain't gonna understand until you get your own and blah, 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 blah. And I didn't want to obey by no rules. But I started out selling candy, bro. You know what I mean? Caramel nut clusters, peanut clusters, turtles.
Hey.
And all that no, seriously. Hold up.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome.
I was
I appreciate
making
it. Appreciate it.
Candy. I'm talking about candy you eat, chocolate. I ain't talking about no drugs. At that age, I was selling fucking real candy. I'm talking about candy you can go in the motherfucking store and buy and put in your mouth and chew and be like, that's good. That type of candy. I remember when I met Bill Brooks here in Indianapolis. Used to play for the Ghosts. He played for the Buffalo Bills. That's when I was into sports. He bought every box I had. It was like this, bro. It was nothing for me to go out 7 days a week selling candy and make $100 to $150 a day. Right now, today, and I was 13. I started when I was 13. Right now, today, there are some people that don't make $100 to $150 in 2 days after taxes.
That's a fact.
You see what I'm saying? So I was getting it, bro, at a young age. You know what I mean? And it was like, I bought my first car at fucking 14 years old. So I remember when I was disrespecting my mom and my grandmother and shit, and it was like, shit, you ain't gonna realize this and that until you got your own. I walked out, man. It was like, I remember my grandmother, goddamn it, one of my Ace Boone coons, goddamn it, came over. I remember when I was staying with my grandmother and shit. And my Ace Boone coon comes through, goddamn it, wanting a haircut because I was cutting her, doing all that. But I'm in grandma's crib, you know what I mean? And it was like, I was cutting his hair and shit, and my grandmother worked at a factory out of town. She made car parts and shit. You know, a little bit over an hour away from Indianapolis and shit, where I was born, here in Indiana. And she come home and shit, man. Grandma didn't play, man. She went straight the fuck off, man. I talked back. Grandma grabbed the motherfucking broom and started going upside my motherfucking head with it. I was grabbing my clippers and shit, my dude, and he had it. The thing of it was my guy, you know, he got 10 kids. He take care of all his fucking kids. Even his grown kids, he still fucking take care of. You feel what I'm saying? So don't tell me a man can't do it. And he got multiple baby daddies. He takes care of all his fucking kids. He don't shun away from none of them. Straight fucking respect. Can't do nothing but salute him. But except for the fact he keeps laughing at me to this day about the situation and shit. But because it was all because of him, nigga. You the one that wanted the motherfucking haircut that late at night, and you the one gonna come down here with your girlfriend and your baby mama at that time, and grandma didn't play that shit. She got mad about his girlfriend being out that late. She got pissed the fuck off, and my dumb ass. Man, grandma grabbed that motherfucking broom, goddamn it, started going upside my head. I couldn't grab my clippers in my bag fast the fucking enough getting up out that bitch, because I would not put hands on none of my motherfucking elders, period. Young, old, don't matter, you know what I mean? I wasn't raised like that. You feel what I'm saying? So at that point, I left and I never came back. And it was like they was out looking for. I'm like, I'm good. I would come to grandma's house, you know what I mean, take a shower, you know what I mean, get clean every day, all this and that. I just wouldn't stay. It was like, you know, I'm good, Granny. You know what I mean? You said I wouldn't realize, you know, what it is until I get grown, you know what I mean, till I'm out on my own. So I'm out on my own, and she felt bad about it. But if it wasn't for my mother and my grandmother, because my mother went through some shit, I told people that, you know, my mother dabbled in drugs and shit. You know, that was when powder and shit was out, and then it flipped to crack and all that. Mom good now. You know, I love my mom. Been loving her. I ain't never shunned away from her. I've told these stories before. This is nothing new. It was just way before this sector. I didn't hide nothing from nobody about, you know, how I came up, because that's what made me the man that I am today. You understand what I'm saying? Regardless of what people think about me on social media, man. Can't a motherfucker on social media, and now one of these niggas challenge me on a real man standoff. That's just what it is, man. And my father has always been in my motherfucking life. He just lived an hour plus away from us. You feel what I'm saying? Every summer, every Christmas, we went and stayed with my dad. And throughout the year, other parts of the year, he would come up and check on us, drop us off some bread. My dad always paid child support. He worked at the same job. He worked at the same job. He died 2 years after he retired from the same job he worked at before I was born. My dad was, but don't get it twisted, man. My dad was in the streets too. My dad sold big shit, but my dad worked every motherfucking day as well. He didn't sell no drugs. He sold marijuana. He's dead and gone. He can't lock his ass up. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, you know, so it's like I had a lot of people in my life, man, male and female, that made me the man that I am today. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't really give a fuck what other people think. I just give a fuck what I think of myself. You know what I mean? And it's like, that's why I feel the way I feel about certain shit, because I've watched some of my homies and I've seen some people that I didn't know personally, but maybe somebody I knew personally, go through a lot of this shit with the child molestation, the prison shit, just different shit on all different levels. And one thing I said to myself is, man, I'm not dying in no motherfucking prison, and I'm not trying to die early. But I had to get money to feed my family. And at a certain age, I started dabbling in the streets. And, you know, I got some money and I got the fuck out. That's what happened. You know what I mean? So, but I've always worked from day one. Always. I love to do shit with my hands the whole motherfucking nine, man. So, you know, at the end of the day, man, we can't solely blame this on the sisters, though. You know, the mothers, you know what I mean? Because if most of these men would worry about where they put their Peter Piper pick a pepper and make sure they, just like when you go fill out a job application, they screen you and this, that, their other. Men should screen women before dating them. And women should do the same thing with men. But we're programmed to do this right now. That's why we have all these men out here having sex with underage girls, women out here having sex with underage boys, women and young women, young men, young boys, young girls, going to prison for goddamn astronomical years. That doesn't make sense for the crime. It's like, shit's crazy, bro. You know, we have to take responsibility. And I feel like it's when you create a child in common with the other person, then you need to sit up there and be a part of that in which y'all have in common. You need to be a part of that life that you created. You know what I mean? I mean, and the woman being fucked up is not an excuse. The man being fucked up is not an excuse for her. You know, but that's a side note, man. A lot of shit be running through my head on certain topics, man. It's like,
I'm following you, and I agree with damn near 100% of what you're saying. And like I said, man, it's a blessing that you had all those people in your life to help mold you, man. And I know when you moved out, like your grandma sounded like she was hard, which is good. I know when you moved out, man, you really could see, even though you did excel and you did make it, I know that you could see what she was saying when she was telling you ain't gonna know about it until you experience yourself.
Most definitely, she was 1,000% right, man. And my mom was saying the same thing. You know what I mean? But at the time that shit jumped off, it was a time, I think it was like a 6 months, almost a year span that where, you know what I mean, we went and lived with grandma. You know what I mean? Right. And it was like, I knew she was right, but I just thought I was right above her right. If that makes any fucking sense, which it really doesn't, but it does. You know what I mean?
No, it does. I'm still young enough to remember when I was like that.
I knew she was right, even when I was young, and I just thought I was the shit and thought that, God damn it, you ain't gonna embarrass me in front of my friends and all that old shit. You know what I mean? But I learned a valuable lesson, you know what I mean? And I contribute that to the people that, the elders in my life that I grew up around, you know, well, that raised me or were a part of raising me, because I've been more blessed than a lot of people in regards to family. And I'm going to say this, although I have a lot of issues with a lot of my family and whatever. But anyway, that's something else. Everybody does. But what I would tell you, I'm more blessed than most people when it deals with family and elders, because I literally remember many a times, and I can at least sit here and say, and I've talked about this countless times, I have been blessed with the ability to have been able to be in the presence of 3 generations of grandparents. At one time. I'm 41 years old. Let's say grandmothers, because most of my grandfather's greats, they died before my grandmothers. You see what I'm saying? Like, my grandfather died before my grandmother. My great-grandfather died before my great-grandmother. My great-great-grandfather died before my great-great-great-grandmother. You see what I'm saying? But I wasn't able to meet 2 of my grandfathers. But I was able to meet my great-grandmother, my great-great-grandmother, and my great-great-grandmother for many years. We do family reunions every other year. It's been like that since I was a kid. And it still goes on to this day, every other year. We do family reunions. You know what I mean? So I was able to meet three grandparents, 3 different generations. My grandmother, my great-grandmother, my grandmother, my great-grandmother, and my great-great-grandmother. At a young age.
That's a lot of wisdom, man.
Oh yeah, a lot of motherfucking switches tied together off motherfucking trees too. You know what I mean?
That's good though. But that's the problem now. That's the problem now, man. They starting to, like my son, my oldest, he 9. Is he 9? Yeah, he 9. Well, I got 5 kids, man. You gotta kind of forgive me because sometimes I get their age all messed up. But my oldest son, he 9, and I remember one time he came home from school, right, and he had a terrible report card, and it wasn't because he didn't understand what he was doing, because every night, because I work from 5:30 in the morning to around 3:30, right. So I'm getting off work when he getting out of school. So I pick him up from school every day. So every day I help him with his homework. So I know that he know what he's doing. And when he got to class, he just wanted to fuck around. He didn't want to do his work. So he had a terrible report card. So I whooped his ass. And he went back to the school and he told his teacher that I whooped him. And when I went to go pick him up, man, these people sat me down in their office, all this and right here, pretty much threatening me to take my kids away.
Right.
Because of spankings. So you gotta understand that. And when I was young, like my dad didn't play. My dad was in the military. My dad used to whoop me to the point where I used to go to school the next day, couldn't sit down.
My dad was in the military too, man. I got caught stealing from my dad, stealing out his motherfucking chain. You save all his fucking chains. I got caught. I didn't get caught stealing it, but he knew what the fuck he had. And I used to sneak in his shit when he used to come get us, take us. We would stay with him for the summer. We would stay with him Christmas time, every time. And it was like I used to go and get $1 and something out of his little chain thing. I go down to the candy store, get me some candy with, so on and so forth. He knew what the fuck was that, man. My dad used to tear my motherfucking ass up. He was a former veteran too as well.
You remember the box that I don't know if they probably had that in Indy, but it was like this station way back in like the 90s where you could call in, like they played music videos all day. And you could call in and you could like pick which music video you wanted to come on next. You called in like a hotline.
It was called.
It's called a box.
The box. Was it the box?
The box. Yeah.
No, I don't know. I might be thinking of something else. But go ahead.
But they had this channel called The Box, man. And me and my brothers one day, we called in. And, we ain't know that it charged you. Because it was like a hotline number. They charged back then. So we didn't know they charged you on your phone bill when you called it. And, man, we was calling that shit for a minute. We ended up spending I was too young, so I don't even remember how much we spent. But I remember when that goddamn phone bill came in, when my daddy came in there and said, which one of y'all dudes was calling The Box all these times on my phone bill. I got my phone bill this high. And, me and my brothers, we didn't want to tell on each other. But at the same time, we didn't want to tell on ourselves. But we was all saying, we don't know and all to do. Then my dad would line us up because there's 3 of us.
All y'all get your ass whooped. Don't nobody know. Everybody get their ass whooped.
Oh, he whooped our ass in cycles. He whooped my ass, whooped my brother ass, whooped my big brother ass. Okay, who called? Nobody want to tell again? Okay, he whooped us again. Whooped your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was borderline fucking child abuse. The reason I'm saying that is I don't whoop my kids to that extreme. But I still whoop their ass. Because I feel like that's important. A lot of these kids nowadays not get their ass whooped.
That's definitely important. And a lot of people actually believe that you shouldn't discipline your children even to spankings or ass whoopings or whatever you want to call it. Well, people don't understand. I'm going to end up doing a show on that. Corporal punishment is legal, perfectly legal in America. Here's the problem. People don't discipline their children anymore because the system scares them into not disciplining them when the law backs you in disciplining your child. You see what I'm saying?
But that don't stop them. They see you as a young black person and they assume that you don't know. You understand? I'm a young black parent. So when I'm going into these schools, where they got white principals and they not used to seeing a young black male, first of all, in his child life, period, anyway, because most of the kids that go there, daddy ain't around.
Exactly.
Right? So they surprised to even see me coming there. They surprised when it's a PTA meeting and I'm coming and not the mama. They're like, hold on. So they already confused. They already out their element and baffled.
Right.
But then it confuses them even more. And this is why I appreciate the shit that you do. And I'm talking about outside that beef that you got with that fuck nigga. I'm talking about the shit that you do with the legal.
Right.
Because you educating people on shit that these dudes don't know. And if you don't know, they gon' what's the word I'm looking for? They gonna extort that. They gonna try to use that to their advantage to tell you anything. Because they sitting up there threatening me not to do this and not to do that. But I know that the law backs me. I know that I'm fine. So really it's going in one ear and it's going out the other.
Right, because
if you don't bring your children, what ends up happening is your son out here running them up.
Yeah.
Right?
Your
your daughter out here running them up. Now you tell me what's worse. Getting the ass whooping or doing 10 years in fucking prison.
Okay, let's do one better than that because you brought me back full circle to what I was going to say earlier. I'd rather whoop my child's ass, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if there's an issue, I deal with it. If I went overboard, okay, whatever. I'd rather go overboard whooping my son's ass or any one of my kids' ass or whatever, biological or not, and they live to see another day. I'd rather whoop their ass or, let's say, discipline them. There's a difference between disciplining and beating. With beating, I'm not with beating children. Absolutely not. Because I've seen parents discipline children like they were disciplining a fucking, like they were checking an adult that disrespected them by doing some fuck shit or some shit. You see what I'm saying? So I know about, the beating portion of it. You know what I mean? But there's one thing to be disciplined. There's another to be disciplined. One thing to be disciplined, another thing to be beaten. Excuse me. Now, let me say this. I'd rather discipline my child, and for that matter, I'd rather beat my fucking child and they still live than to not do anything and sit back and allow the system to tell me that I can't raise my seeds how I see fit to stop them from going out and disrespecting the police on the streets. Because if my child disrespects me in my household and I tell him to go get 2 switches off the tree and I'm going to tie them together and I'm going to whoop his motherfucking ass, he's going to live to see another day. Yeah, his ass going to hurt. He ain't going to be able to sit down for a few days, maybe a couple weeks. Just depends on, what the fuck the situation is. But he'll live to see another day, right? But if my same child at 13 years old that I discipline goes out and shows that same level of disrespect to a law enforcement officer, 13, 14, 15, 16 years old, they'll end up like Mike Brown.
Exactly. And that's what I was going to make. Because being your child not only does it instill disciplining them, but also gives them a respect for authority. And a lot of these kids don't have respect for authority. And I'm not even talking about the police per se. I'm talking about, for instance, like a 16, 17-year-old dude coming up and trying to check a grown-ass man. Facts. Not knowing that this grown-ass man, he at an age now, but he don't want to fight no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's where I'm at, bro. That's where I'm at.
On him. So you come up hitting him, or he gonna let you down.
That's where I'm at, bro. I'm 41 years old, man. I'm not great do the Tootsie Roll with you young bucks in these streets, man. I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna run up on you and act like I'm gangster. I'm not gonna run up on you all that talking mess bullshit. You don't do that to me either. You don't want to do that. Leave me the fuck alone and I will ignore you. Right. You fuck with me, that's your life, Mr. Motherfucking Gangster Nigga. These niggas really think I'm playing, man. Even back in the days, when I was bumping and shit, like that and didn't really give a fuck, man. That was at a time to where if we fought, you and I, just say we grew up together, right? Mm-hmm. And we fought, right? And I lost. But we was cool, right? I lost. All right, yeah, you black my eye, both my eyes. Motherfucker, I black one of your eyes, but you black both my eyes, busted my lips swole, both my eyes swole, and you knocked me out. Man, it's just only a matter of days and we cool like a motherfucker again. Those days are gone, bruh.
Like, that's over with.
Those days been gone. Decades ago. If a nigga think they gonna put their hands on me because they feel they gotta touch me and live to talk about it, it ain't happening. And I'm not gonna put my hands on you. Don't come into my motherfucking space and I won't do you in. I'm not, you know, even the young bucks today, they should not be fighting each other because nobody wants to lose anymore. Nobody wants to lose anymore. If a motherfucker lose a fight, especially, look at it like this, bro, especially with fucking social media. If a motherfucker lose a fight today, it's all on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, you name it.
I was just about to say that.
What's the other World Star? It's on everything. Do you think a motherfucker gonna sit there and deal with that? Like, all right, it's cool. I took one on the chin, you know what I mean? I lost, I'll get him next time. Ain't no more getting next time no more. We in 2019. You put your hands on a motherfucker, you better reap. You gonna reap what you sow. And it may be, goddamn it, sold to the 100th power in regards to what you gave out. It's like, come on, man. Stop putting your hands on motherfuckers. If you put your hands on a motherfucker because you think you want to be Billy Bob badass, understand that can cost you your fucking life. We in 2019. Stop fucking with people. Mind your goddamn business. Be able to have a disagreement of opinion without taking it to the extreme, and disagreeing with each other and walking away without taking it to the fucking extreme and somebody lose their motherfucking life. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm 41 years old. Ain't a motherfucker gonna put their hands on me and live to talk about it. And I'm saying that publicly. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna run up on you out the blue for absolutely no reason or off of bullshit motherfucking disagreement and put my hands on you and dog walk you in front of everybody on social media and think I'm gonna live to talk about it. That's why I don't fuck with people. But I mean, and a lot of people out here, the young, these old cats, young cats, middle age, whatever. Stop putting your hands on motherfucking people over petty bullshit. Now, if a motherfucker that raped your daughter and you catch him, do what the fuck you need to do. Motherfucker that broke in your motherfucking house and stole what the fuck you work hard for, do what you need to do. But y'all motherfuckers out here fighting over females that didn't give a fuck about the nigga to begin with, and you two niggas fighting and she get away scot-free and still get to get dick in her every day, all day. You know what I mean? For, not to go too graphic with it, but I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers need to understand what to engage in and what not to engage in. I don't fuck with people, man. But when somebody fuck with me, I am relentless in taking you out. I've always been like that. You know what I mean?
I know.
I've always been like that. Look at how many. I'm gonna give you a prime example. Look at how many people are at me right now. There's no motherfucker on social media ever. I'm not talking about this sector. I'm talking about social media, period. That has been attacked to the level that I have and still stand 10 toes down at where they started. I'm going forward with this shit. I don't give a fuck if I got 1 million motherfuckers against me. I got 1,348,442 motherfucking bullets for every one of you motherfuckers. And some extras in case I miss. I mean, I'm just saying.
It ain't gonna get to that point because them dudes not about that, you know.
But I wasn't really speaking on that. I'm just saying in general. I'm just telling motherfuckers, I don't back. When I know I'm right, when I know I'm standing for something, I'm not backing down, bruh. If I'm wrong, I'll come to the forefront and be like, you know what, my bad, I fucked up, but still, you shouldn't have done that, whatever. But I would take responsibility for what I did, even if I missed it in the initial start of the shit. Once it's brought to my attention, okay, yeah. But they say, well, you should have never made a video about Tommy. Well, that son of a bitch should never make videos about black women, goddammit, because without a black woman, he wouldn't be alive. I ain't even mean to say that nigga name in this stream, but it is what the fuck it is. That's part of the point I'm trying to make.
I feel you.
You fucking.
That's how I look. I don't even like when I say this, but I'm gonna say it. But that's how I found out about you, because I was over there fucking with him, right? And to me, I ain't gonna say his name, but you know what I'm talking about. To me, that dude, I'm trying to find a intelligent way to say this, but it's not.
Hold on, before you go there. Hold on, before you go there, bro. They just fucking start fucking with my stream. You ain't watching, right? Everybody else watching. Soon as I just said what I said and you responded with that, they shut down my screen share. My screen share only share with rights come responsibility. Be very, very careful there, honey slaves. You've seen that on my desktop. That's my desktop fucking thing. You know what I mean? So they shut my shit down. So now I gotta pick that back up. But go ahead. About you, I ain't pissed off about it because a lot of people that came over here, they just don't want to admit it. But go ahead, bro. That's how you found out about it.
Even when I was watching his shit, right? I always I have a dislike for him. I don't hate him, but I have a dislike for him. I disagree with a lot of shit he say. Some of the shit I agree with what he say, right? But that was how I found out about you. So when I first came over and started listening to your shit, I never said nothing in the comment section because I'm the type of guy to where I give people a chance. I want to see what you all about before I say anything to you. And if I don't like you, I ain't gonna troll you. I'm just not gonna fuck with you. But when I first started watching some of your streams, I was like, yo, this nigga is crazy. This nigga, something wrong with this man. This man is absolutely motherfucking crazy. But as I continue to listen and continue to see the evidence that you would bring and the videos that you would play and the stuff that you would say, it started hitting me like, oh, so this nigga ain't crazy. Now I understand why he going at this person this hard. But let me tell you this.
Before you say that, I hope you keep that thought. I want to say much respect to you, bro, for what you just fucking said, because what you just said right now is what a lot of these motherfuckers that continue to stalk and harass me every fucking day want to say, but they too scared of that bitch, nigga. Real fucking talk.
I ain't scared of none of y'all.
You understand what I'm saying? You understand what this man had done to me and my motherfucking family. First of all, I saw what he was doing to other people that I felt were being bullied. It was no different than me seeing motherfuckers be bullied in school and speaking up for them. I was never bullied in my life. 5'7", 155. A motherfucker never bullied me. I was carrying motherfucking pistols as early as 12 motherfucking years old. I wish the fuck you would put your hands on me and bully me. Now, we didn't shoot motherfuckers like that back in the days. But if you motherfuckers think you gonna pump motherfucking me, you got this shit twisted. You understand what I'm saying? I bumped, I lost. I didn't won a bunch of fights. I didn't won way more than I done lost. But I tried not to have to fight motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Regardless of the situation, I tried to calm things fucking down because it wasn't that motherfucking deep. But if you ever thought you was going to try to bully me, I'd make sure you never bully anybody else in your life. And anybody fucking know me in real life know that that's a fact. But go ahead, bro.
Right. But this is what I want to say. In saying that, right? So I just want you to understand that I completely understand where you coming from. I sympathize with the thing that you come from. And I've seen that bitch ass nigga do dirty shit to a lot of different people that I wasn't cool with. And I was like, yo, this not what's up. I wish you would just stick to your message. But what I want to say to you, since I'm talking to you, is, man, you have so much, and like I said, I ain't kissing your ass, but you got so much wisdom, and you got so much skills, and you such a smart person. The stuff, just even the time that nigga used to distract from your overall knowledge, man, you could be doing way bigger things. You have so much more to offer than that nigga. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm trying to say? Yeah, that shit what you building houses? Man, that shit was inspiring. Like, you really, like, you don't even know me, man, but you inspire me to look at something that I never on my own would have looked at that. And the benefit of that, the way you just build your own patio and the way that you just take a room and, you know what I'm saying, you made your own half bathroom. And I seen when you was...
Man, are you sold up, man? Hold on. You fucking stopping. Nah, I'm just playing.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you.
No. It was a joke. I make jokes like it. Because it actually, what you're saying right now proves that you actually, like, okay, this person say this person say that. I'm going to look at the evidence. You're looking at the prima facie in regards to this shit. I don't know if you know what that means, but look that word up. You know I'm big on fucking legal words and shit. You're looking at the evidence and you say, oh, the fuck up. Something ain't right here. You know what I mean? This motherfucker lying. This motherfucker straight cold turkey. And this motherfucker, you know what I mean? I got shit to offer. But go ahead, bro.
I thought you, I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. Like, seriously, I really thought you was fucking crazy. I was like, man, this is fucking insane, bad shit crazy. But you gotta understand, I was listening to what he was saying, and then I was going off other, because at first I couldn't catch your live stream, because I ain't really know you, so I ain't know where you stream. And like I said, I work from 5:30 in the morning to around 3, sometimes even 4, sometimes 5. Now, religiously, while I'm at work, because the work that I do, I don't have to talk to people, so I got an earphone in. So I just be listening to your old videos and shit, and just watching, you know, all other type of shit, or the shit that you're doing. And I started to see all this wealth of knowledge and shit that you had to offer. And I was like, man, I wish you would do. Man, you know what my favorite video of yours is? And I don't want to sound like a fan, but you know what my favorite video that you ever did?
No. Hold on. Don't sound like a fan and don't be a fan. Just be a person that's inspired by my actions. Because if you actually look up what the word, if you actually look up fan, this is why I shy away from the fan word, right? Because when you look up the word cult, fan is within the breakdown of a cult. I don't want people to be a fan of mine. I want them to be supporters. Well, not supporter ain't even the fucking right word. I want their a brother of mine, a sister of mine. I don't even know what the fuck the right word is, but fan is not it. You know what I mean? Because when you look up the word cult or you look up the word fan, they synonymous with each other. But go ahead, brother.
Right. I just don't want people, because I know people, like, I wouldn't even say that if this was a private conversation, but I know people listening. So I don't want people to think that, oh, he talking the truth, so he kissing his ass. Nah. The shit that you're doing is to me is important. We need more shit like this. We need more people like you who speak out and say, and like I was saying, my favorite video of yours is when, I don't even know if you remember the stream, but I think it was Florida or some shit. But one of these courthouses,
I know what you're about to say. Go ahead.
Yeah, they live stream people arraignments. And that shit blew my mind. I was like, what? They do this? They live stream people arraignments on live, like right there? But you was going through that, and these people will come up and they'll say their cases, right? And you will be in the background just breaking down their cases, what they need to do, like you was a goddamn, like you was fucking training. And I'm like, yo, see, this is dope. Somebody who watching this, who might go through something like this, will be able to see this and to know that the knowledge out there and you can get it. That's way better. I would much rather have my son listening to somebody like you who breaking down important information like that that's gonna actually benefit them in their lives if they ever get caught up in legal troubles, than to listening to some rap shit.
That was my intentions when I came to YouTube, brother. And little do you know, man, I had like probably about 1,300 videos on the legal system before I even made my first fucking video on Tim Flam. Facts. Yeah. I had to put it on private, man. They tried to shut my shit down. They tried to remove that from people's peripheral. Tommy tried to do that, bro, because he was scared. And you know, it's been a little bit effective because there's no way I'm letting that channel go down. There's too much positive information. I came out on YouTube in 2008. That Negro came out in YouTube in 2012. I got 4 years on social media before him doing some positive shit for all people, not just black people. That's a fact, and I can prove it. This is why I'm doing my throwbacks and my playbacks. It's just a lot of them are about him. But if I go back in the video, I had to put my entire main channel on private. It's like, dude, I'm telling you. Yeah, I don't know if you ever seen me in the courtroom. I'm nothing to fucking play with, bro. I got video of me in motherfucking court. Name another YouTuber you in this sector. There's some out there, but I don't think none colder than me. I'm gonna tell you.
You gotta think about like this too. True. You more relatable. than those. You gotta think about it. Like, I'm a young black dude from the hood, right? But I'm not street. I'll tell you straight up, I ain't street. I don't want to be street. That's the last thing I want to be, is street. But you got that vibe to where, like I said before, listening to you, it's almost like I'm listening to a family member, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You talk,
talking to Charles like talking to your retarded ass uncle.
You show, what needs to be done and what you need to do. It's almost like I'm sitting down talking to one of my uncles or something. I can understand it more than if I went to some other guy page, who white dude from the suburbs. I feel like he ain't really talking to me. See, watching your videos, it's like you directly talking to me in a way that I can relate, and then I can look at that and say, okay, here's an example of a man who just like me, who thousands of miles away, but been in the same situations that I've been in. You know what I'm saying? Come from the same type of background that I've been in. We got a lot of shit in common.
Right.
So I could take that more to heart and listen more than that. But when you waste
what
a
you're
lot of
saying
time,
now lets me know you're genuine, and like, because we were back and forth in Skype and shit like this. You know that. You know what I mean? Because you had a problem with what I said. And it was like, I truly feel you're 100% genuine in what you're saying. You know what I mean? It's not because I don't feel you kissing ass. I feel you just speaking what you feel, which is that, dude, you got a lot to offer. And I'd like to, I've been offering this shit. It's just that, like right now, man, look at my stream. It's 60 people. See, they thought that you and I were about to beef. I already knew we weren't going to beef based on your messages to me about what I said that you felt was disrespectful to you. Now I get why you were so adamant on clearing this up, because you actually have a high level of respect for me. That's what I'm getting. That means the fucking world to me, bruh.
I appreciate that, man. Because I wanted to be welcome in your chat. I wanted you to know who I was and understand that, okay, if I say something and say, hold up, True, I disagree with this, I'm not trying to troll you.
I know that. Hold up.
Right.
I fucking know that now. Without this conversation, you a bitch, you a troll, and you a fucking pedophile, my nigga. Without this no, for real, I'm being honest with you. I don't bite my tongue for shit. Without us having this conversation, that's what the fuck I was gonna think about you. I cannot think that about you after this conversation, bruh. You feel what I'm saying? Because you are 28 years old. I'm motherfucking 41. Little do you know, you taught me some shit today, bruh. Facts.
I feel like everybody, no matter how evil they are, has a little something they could teach a person. And like I said, man, I was raised to always respect my elders, and I ain't calling you an elder, but you are older than me. So I don't feel
disrespected to that, because I feel, see, we got a misunderstanding, not you and I'm talking about people in general. I'm speaking in general, have a misunderstanding about an elder. An elder is one who is X amount of years your senior. You see what I'm saying? That's older than you. You feel what I'm saying? So you got this pro-black movement and all this other shit. I don't even want to get into all that. But at the end of the day, man, I don't take that as disrespect, man. Because like I said, man, I done taught you shit, and the conversation we having today, man, I swear to God, man, I'm grinning from motherfucking ear to ear, because I kind of assumed it was going to go a different motherfucking way. Not really, because of the way that you approach me privately on the Skype and shit. You was like, bruh, this, bruh, that, bruh. You know, and I'm like, I don't know. I think this dude, I think he really, he genuine in it. I like to hear him out. You know what I mean?
I appreciate this. That's why I ain't mind paying you for your time, because I was also told time is money. So I ain't mind paying you for your time.
Pay time.
Remember, didn't I tell you didn't have to pay me? Didn't I tell you that?
Hey, shit, you better pay that nigga, man.
That was a fact. But sometimes, like, I'm gonna give you a quick example. My first car was a 2001 Toyota Solara, right? And I had that car since I was a junior.
Y'all hear that bullshit?
School.
You got to pay for times time.
Now this year in February,
in motherfucking YouTube free. The fuck
right. But I had that car all the way up until my mid-20s. So that's damn near 10 years.
Right.
But one of my homies, he worked on cars. And me and him, we've been friends for a long ass time. And when shit would fuck up with my Toyota, he'd be like, oh yeah, cool, man. You can bring this shit to me, you know what I'm saying? And my name Carl, by the way. It's not Lorenzo.
Okay.
My name Carl. He'd be like, yeah, Carl, you can bring this shit to me, blah, blah,
yeah,
blah.
I know that because you put that on the, that's, you came to me with your real name. I just didn't want to say that. You know what I mean? But go ahead.
But that's fine.
He kissing his ass. That's why he won't say that.
But he would do work.
He don't kiss his ass. He put all information
this man
out.
would adamantly not take my money. Adamantly would not take my money. It got to the point to where I would leave the money at his house. It's there. You gonna take it because I done left it.
But he make sure you get it back. He make sure you get it back because he didn't want it.
Nah, he took it because I told him I wasn't taking it back. Because I told him, I said, I took your time and time is money. I honestly believe that time is money, which is why even if, like, say, man, you would have had this conversation, and you did it for free, right? And then we would have got back straight. And I told you what I need to tell you. I still would have paid you.
You know what? You know what's good? Man, dude.
Did anybody know how much his interviews?
I really like you, bro. No, I ain't shit. That's some bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? A man could say, I love you, bro. I say I love you to my family members that's males all the time. Does that mean I'm a motherfucking homosexual or something? No, it doesn't. That's why I don't like saying no homo on shit, bro. Because I think it's one trying to cover up for some shit. Not that everybody is trying to, that says that is doing that. That's just how the fuck I feel. I tell motherfuckers, straight what it is. But that's why I have a mad level of respect for you at this point, bro. Because when you start messaging me outside of social media, I start getting what you said. I said, because I told you, I said, bro, you ain't got to pay me, bro. Let me calm down, man. And I told you that on the live stream. I said, you ain't got to give me shit. Let me calm down, man, and we'll have this conversation, you know what I mean? But you was adamant on, let's get this done, especially when I said what I said, which I got something to say to you before we go, whenever we go, you know what I mean, in the stream. But I'm going to tell you like this, man, and what you just said right now, I swear to God, that's exactly what I was thinking. I said, I don't know, for some reason, my spider senses is telling me that this brother's genuine, man. It's got to be a misunderstanding. But I don't give a fuck. I still feel the way I feel about what the fuck I said. You know what I mean? I'm like, this is what I said to myself. I talk to my goddamn self. I don't know about you. I talk to myself.
Me too. I talk to myself out loud.
Crazy.
I can think I'm crazy if I want to, but shit, sometimes when you talk to yourself, I don't know, man. It's like you got an inner thought in your conscious me, and this might be going a little bit too deep, but to me, your conscience, that thought in your back of your head that say don't do this or don't do that.
Right.
To me, man, I think that's divine. It's like how a motherfucker wrote the Bible and they say it was inspired through whatever. I feel like that thought in your conscience when you talk to yourself and you get that feedback from your brain and from your mind. I think that's divine, straight from God. Right.
And now check this out. It's crazy you say that, right? Because I've been in situations when I was younger, right, to where some shit happened. Motherfuckers would cross me to an extent. See, I'm an individual, right? This is I had a problem with a lot of, I got 3 brothers. So I'm the oldest, right? My mama had 6 kids. She actually had 7. One died,
And you talking about Tommy, mama hoe. Shit, your mom had motherfucking 6 kids. That make her?
No funny business or nothing like that, but didn't make it.
Sorry that, man.
My brothers, we used to, I damn near lost my train of thought saying that, man, because it bringing back memories fuck.
I understand. I get like that when I talk about my brother, man. That shit hurt me to the core. Like real shit. I understand.
I ain't even gonna lie, man. I just totally lost my fucking train of thought right there, man.
Ain't nothing inside that motherfucking empty ass head.
I did. I did. Fuck it. You did it earlier. Fuck it. I do it a lot. I do it a lot because I'm off the top of the dome, man. I don't filter anything. You and I didn't have no pre-recorded conversation before we did this, man. I thought this shit was gonna go crazy, bro. I swear to God, bro. It's like this with me. It'll come back. Believe me, it always comes back. It'll come back for an extreme. We was talking about family, and you was
talking about the conscience. You saying you talk to yourself.
No. You was speaking.
You talking about you
I interrupted you to say something.
Crazy
I was adding on to what you said. But then I just thought about, I started mentioning my brothers, and I was about to say something, but then I thought about the one that didn't make it. You know what I mean? And that I just fucking got lost right there. I just totally got lost. So it'll fucking come back, man. Some people in the chat saying great conversation. I'm like this, man. They expected us to be beefing with each other, and it's totally the opposite. So the numbers are not there. But I'm still here because, man, I'm like, this is powerful, man.
Talk about the cry. That young man made a Kyra day.
Let me do this before we go any further. I said something about you, or to you, right? That I want to apologize for, and, you know, hopefully you accept my apology. Here's what I will say. I'm not going to call you Truth Nation. I don't know if a Truth Nation exists.
And they don't exist.
What I will call you, man, is a true brother. You feel what I'm saying? And
he's a true brother because he kisses ass.
I wholeheartedly apologize for saying to you through my show that your wife should watch you around your 2 twin daughters. That was totally out of line. I can't say it like that. I would say it like this. At that moment and at that time, based on how yours
Carter do all kinds of shit. He go apologize for that.
Based on the fact that I am talking to you,
I appreciate it.
And brother, I know you genuine. I was wrong. I wasn't wrong in the way I felt. I was wrong in prejudging or pre-assuming. Or you said, I mean, we got the right to assume, but just because you assume don't always mean you're right. But it's conversations like this, man, that proves that, man, you judged that brother wrong based on his statement that came across wrong, you know, across your desk. Man, this is a beautiful thing to me, man.
I think they're trolling Freeman.
I'm about love, man. Hey, but I'll tell you,
man, look, man, I accept your apology, man. And I'll tell you this.
And tell your wife I know you told your wife too. Tell your wife I'm sorry. I don't know you. I didn't know you. You know what I mean? But having a conversation with you right now, man, that for the lengthy period we've had this conversation, man, I can tell you genuine, man. You know what I mean?
Don't cry, True. Don't cry.
I accept your apology, and I just want you to know I understood where you was coming from because it lacked context. Because all I said was up to 14, so that sounds crazy.
And that pissed me off. You know that pissed me off. It triggered me, man. I went ham after that on your ass.
Oh yeah, that's why I tried to hurry up and type. Oh, the 15 they should go to jail. But even without the context, it needed more context. So I apologize for even saying that in your chat because that was disrespectful to your show, and I apologize to your audience too because I came at some of them side. I think I said fuck anybody or some shit I had said. So I apologize for that too, and I apologize for sending you. If I said anything that was disrespectful to you in a message on Skype.
No. Let me say this because I wanted to address that too because you said that earlier and I didn't want to interrupt you. In fact, dude. The way you came at me, private, off of social media through Skype and messages, I didn't take it that way. Nothing you said I took that way. I have to admit, man, it was just like when you start messaging me, man, and saying what you said, nothing I took as disrespect. Nothing you said I took as disrespect, bro. I have to tell you that. I'm being honest. It was like you made me. I wanted to talk to you. You didn't have to give me a dime, bro. I kept telling you that.
But give him back his money.
But you kept insisting. So I'm like, I kept saying, man, I said, this brother genuine, man. Something ain't right here, man. Maybe I did, but man, I still feel the way the fuck. I was talking to myself. Remember we just talked about that? Talking to yourself. I talk to myself a lot. That's what calms me down. If it wasn't for me talking to myself, man, I'd probably be in prison right now with about 100 bodies on my motherfucking back. I'm not
155 with
I don't back down for shit. I stand for what I stand for. If I believe in something, I stand for it. unless somebody comes in and said, okay, you went a little overboard, and you have a simple conversation with me like this, and you make it known to me, and I sit there and I'll be like, yeah, I misunderstood you, this, that, the other. Although I'm comparing it to street shit, it's like, nigga, I'm nothing to play with, man. I just don't. So you basically, here's what I'm trying to say. Nailed message you sent to me through Skype came across disrespectful to me. And the messages you sent me through Skype, even the one, I'm going to tell you one that really let me know that you were straight 100, that you were really true to the game and what you were saying prior, except for what I disagreed with you on that show, was the fact that you kept trying to send me the money through, some money through Cash App. I contacted Cash App because we couldn't figure out what the fuck was going on. Cash App says they actually, on a regular basis, block people from sending people money. That's just what they do. They said there's no way we can stop that. That's how our system is set up to protect both parties. They was like, but if you wait a little bit, what I say, 24 to 72 hours or something, it'll go through. They just be blocking shit. That's what they do. That's what I talk to them. That's what they do. So you made that happen today. But anyway,
but I'm gonna tell you why they was doing that. I don't mean to cut you off, but the reason why they was doing that, it was funny because it wasn't actually PayPal. I mean not PayPal, Cash App. Well, it was, but it was more so my bank
because of the dollar, the dollar back and forth.
My real name Carl. But on there, I was going by Lorenzo. So since I had Lorenzo on Cash App, but my bank account statements and all that type of shit got my real government name on there, Carl, they were seeing that because I sent you $10 and then I sent you another $10 in quick succession. Then right after that, I tried to send you 100.
I knew that had something to do with it too. But I also
my name didn't match up. So in order for me to
that's more pieces for the homeless.
I had to take a picture of my ID. I had to take a picture of my face.
Me too. I had to do the same exact thing. Exactly what you just said is exactly what I had to do. You know what I mean? It was like security reasons to protect both of y'all and blah, 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 blah. And then I contacted them. And they responded immediately. They was texting me. We was texting back and forth. I was texting back and forth with fucking Cash App. I'm just like, what's up? And they was like, well, we do this from time to time to protect the parties. You know what I mean? I was like, okay, understandable, whatever. You know what I mean? It ain't like I needed the shit because my lights gonna get cut off or some shit like that. I actually work. But it's like, I got a motherfucker trying to rock with me or support me or something, and y'all blocking them. You know what I mean? So it's like, but damn, what was I going to say though, man? So I kept telling you, right? I was like, man, just, you know, you ain't gotta pay if it, you know, gotta be that. Just give me a little time. Okay, then, cause it just slipped my mind what exactly I was getting at. It was something about I knew you was solid. Here it is. The message matter of fact, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go back in my Skype and I want to read the message verbatim. It's powerful. To me, no, you left me a voicemail.
It was the first one.
It was a voicemail. Damn.
Was it the first one or the second one?
I think the second one. I don't know if I can pull it up because I'm on there with you right now. And I wanted people to hear actually what you said to me, dude. You kind of, it was like when you said that, and I'll paraphrase, and I'll probably play it later, maybe in another stream. I don't know. I ain't gonna try to pull it up now because hold up. Let me see. Let me pull up the chat. Okay, because I got you. Okay, maybe it'll let me play it. Let me see if I can play it.
All right.
Because to me, I think this is it. I want y'all to hear what this brother said to me. It was, I think this is it. Because you only left me 2 voicemails, right?
It might have been 3. It might have been 3. I think that second one I told you some shit that was sideways. I think the third one is when I came back and said, you know what, my bad.
Now, you know what? God damn it, I got to go back because I might fuck you up now if I hear you. I'm just bullshit with you. Let me see. I think that what the one that I'm talking about was, let's see. It had, I think it's the last. It would have to be. Let's play this. Let me see. I'll know if I hear it. Let me see if it'll let me play.
You know what's true at the end of the day, man?
Yeah, this is. I know for a fact this is it because you started out with. You know what? True at the end of the day. I want y'all to listen to what this brother said to me. This is what. This right here is what got me because I think the one before that you was like, don't worry about it. They ain't let me do it or whatever. You know what I mean? I'll tell you what. I'll just make a video. You said something like, I'll just make a video about it, you know what I mean, and blase school, whatever, you know what I mean, and just tell you how I feel. Because you kept wanting to, you had told me, you said, I told you today, I said, no, you felt I disrespected you online and people were listening. I think you need to plead your case online. This ain't no money grab, no fucking view grab or none of that. I just feel if I said something about you that came across the wrong way or was totally out of line to you, and I did that publicly, if we're going to clear it up, I think it needs to be cleared up publicly so, you know, that part of it is cleared up. I don't think it would have been fair to you, not me, fuck me. I don't think it would have been fair to you if I was able to say what I said about you publicly, which was just my opinion. You know, I didn't say for a fact, whatever. I don't think I did, but it was just my opinion basically off of what you said. I don't think it's fair that people heard me belittle you, but and you contact me and tell me that I'm wrong about the situation and post in my chat and you not be allowed to clear the record publicly to the same audience potentially that I said something that you felt was disrespectful to you, if that makes sense. So that's what I told you today. I said, because you was adamant on, we can do it privately. It doesn't have to be a line. And I'm like, damn, I don't think this brother trolling and nothing like that because he just want to clear the record with me. Fuck everybody else. That's how I felt about it. And it was like, you know, had me thinking like, damn, maybe I did take this young brother wrong or whatever the fuck. I didn't know you were young. I just said maybe I did take this brother wrong or whatever. But anyway, let me play this, man, because this right here was the reason that regardless of whatever, bro, I was going to let you talk. I was just going to make you sweat a little bit. I'm just going to keep it real with you. I was going to let you speak your mind without giving me nothing. I'm just going to make you sweat, and I needed to calm down a little bit. And when I clicked on, I missed your call, something like that. But when you left this message, man, it had me thinking like a motherfucker. And I'm going to tell you the truth. I kind of felt bad. You know what I mean? Because I was like, this brother has to be genuine in his concern about this, you know, what I said. And let me play it. I'm for sure this is it. So let me play it for the people if you don't mind. Do you mind? Okay.
That's fine.
All right. Let me, okay, here we go.
You know what's true at the end of the day, man? I'm not even going to make a video or nothing like that about you. I tried to hit the cash out for the 150. It didn't go through. I'm not paying $30 for Western Union. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to make a PayPal, so I'm just going to wash my hands. But like I said, man, you disrespected me for no reason. I wasn't saying shit that warrants that. I showed you nothing but respect. And all I wanted to do was talk to you like a man. And it ain't even have to be on stream. It could have been off stream. A 5-minute conversation. Just man to man. Because I don't appreciate you calling me a pedophile and saying that my wife needs to watch me around my children. That was the whole problem. That's out of pocket. You can disagree with what I say, but it ain't no fucking reason to ever come at me that way when you don't even know me like that. But it's all cool. Like I said, I'm still going to support you. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It was a misunderstanding. And I'm just going to wash my hands and shit. You know.
Oh damn, my bad. Why the fuck? I don't know what the fuck happened. You still there, brother?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. Now I'm trying to figure out what I picked up because I don't know why the fuck I turned my mic down. And I had it down too low. I saw somebody in the chat say the mic was off or something, volume was off or something like that. So I checked my shit. My shit was almost down to 0. I think when you were speaking, I turned it down, trying not to interrupt you, and I messed up and didn't turn it back up. But that audio right there, man, that the one that I just played, man, that got to me, brother. You know what I mean? Because I'm like this. There's nobody that would troll me that would say some shit like that. You know what I mean? And it was like, the killer part of it was, and I don't think you've ever financially supported me before. You know what I mean? So it wasn't that. It's just support what I do. You know what I mean? And when you said the way that you felt about what I said about your wife need to watch you around your 2 daughter shit, it was like at the end of the day, you started out saying that like the previous audio or voice message you left me was like, you'll just make a video about it because the thing wasn't going through for you to talk to me to cash out, whatever. You was like, I'll just make a video about it and just express it like that. And then you left this you left this message like shortly after. I think it was the next day. It might have even been the same evening. You was like, you know what, True, I've thought about it just that quick. You was like, you know what, True, I thought about it, man. And I'm not even going to make a video about you, man. I just feel this way, that way, E40, whatever. And you was like, man, I just, don't appreciate this, that, there, other. But at the end of the day, I think you said I respect you and I'm still support you, blah, Skool, this, that, and the other. I just didn't like this, that, the other. And it was like, that touched me, bro. That's what I was saying while my mic was muted. I said it a little bit deeper, but, I'm always off the top of the head. So I almost never can repeat exactly verbatim what I said because I don't script shit. You know what I mean? And it was like, that touched me. It was like, man, this brother got to be genuine. You know what I mean? Because the way you approached it, you know what I mean? And responded to me privately. This wasn't no clout chasing shit and all that. And I was like, man, I got to get a brother an opportunity to speak. You know what I mean? I just need to calm down from where I'm at. You know what I mean? And it was like, I'll just say, man, mad respect to you, brother. You know what I mean? Especially the fact that even though you felt I disrespected you by saying that your wife should watch you around your 2 daughters based on what you said in regards to the topic of, what we've been talking about today, about underage girls and older men and all that, and there are other, your response led me to say that's all you know. I think your wife should watch you around your children, man. I was fucking 1,000% out of line. And the only way I would know I was out of line is based on us having a conversation, brother. You know what I mean? And it's like, man, I got the utmost respect for you for that. You don't have to ever support me financially ever. I never told you you have to do that. You suggested that to set the record straight. But I got mad respect for you, man, especially being 28 years old, man. You seem a little bit more wiser than some 48-year-old motherfuckers I know. And as a 41-year-old speaking to a 28-year-old, you've taught me a valuable lesson today. And, I respect you for that, brother, man.
He about to cry. Oh.
You need something from me on the legal aspect, man. I got you if I can help you. It's like, this is a beautiful thing right here, man. This is the shit. This is part of the reason why I came to social media, to help people and have people help me. Not to pay my bills, not to buy me a Cadillac truck, a Cadillac car, and some whores and some prostitutes.
Shout out to Thomas with my
and all that. But to help me help them so we can help other people. You know what I mean? And when you left that message, man, it was just like, I knew I was fucking wrong. I knew I was wrong. in my assessment of you. You know what I mean? That day on that string. And I yield the floor to you, brother, man. Mad respect to you, man.
Man, look, man, like I said, man, I appreciate that shit. Like, I truly do. I accept your apology. I ain't got no problem with you, man. And like I said, I meant every word in that message. If it ever come in the future where me and you have a disagreement, you know what I'm saying, and we get into it or whatever, one thing you're going to always know, man, is I'm always support you. And the only reason that is because the shit that you're doing, I have a high respect for it. The shit that you're teaching, I feel like people need to hear it. And I feel like you need to be supported because us as black people, we support, and even it ain't about black or white, but mainly us as black people, man. We always support people who teach us to do the wrong shit. When I was younger,
that's what I'm talking about.
Fucked up because I was listening
fight
to
the fight, Smoothie,
who was telling me this is what a man does and this is how a man's supposed to be. You're supposed to have sex with this many type of women, and you're supposed to be out here doing this and doing that. We need more voices like yours to be heard. And like I said, I'm not gonna speak on the shit that you're going through in your personal beats. But what I will say is that when you do the other shit that you do, man, with this core legal shit, and how you was reading off the 48 Laws of Power earlier today, and the educational and the teaching shit that you bring to the table, to me, man, that's valuable. And I wish it was 1,000 more niggas like you on YouTube.
Watch your motherfucking mouth. I'm not a nigga. Now I'm just fucking with you.
that's just how I talk.
No, I just had to crack a joke real quick. I said more than any damn body. I need to stop saying that shit. I just fucking with you.
Right. Hey man, it's a process, but I wish it was a whole lot more people like you on YouTube, man. It's probably is. I probably just don't know about it. But you the first person I ran across. And I came to your channel looking for ratchet shit. I came to your channel looking for arguments and trolling shit to laugh. That's And what I found was surprising, and it was a breath of fresh air. And I listen to you every day while I'm at work, man. I listen to the stuff that you have to say and the breakdowns you be getting on this legal system and the stuff you're doing with your house and, all that inspires me, man. Even the fact that, like, you changed my mind on being with a woman who have kids prior to you.
I'd rather be with a woman who got kids because I know she a real woman.
Hey, that's a fact. Hey,
I said this years ago, man. If you ain't got motherfucking kids in the stretch mark, I ain't fucking with you. You know what I mean? In today's society, I'm good.
Hey, another community that I'm a part of, and this, okay, now this one my youth is gonna come out. But I'm part of the FGC. That's the fighting game community. I play Street Fighter a lot.
Okay.
And they got a whole lot of, like, I go to tournaments and type shit to play, and they got a whole lot of
Man, I could shut this shit down. I mean, not shut it down, but I could fucking put it on private if something said it's gonna get me flagged. Goddamn it, I can turn it. I don't think. Go ahead, man. I just know
go ahead. I ain't trying to bring
just go ahead, bro. If something need to be corrected, I'll correct it on the back end. Just go ahead and speak your mind, brother.
So, but it's a lot of at these tournaments, man. I see a lot of ex-men who are now women. Okay. That's why I say at these tournaments who look exactly like women. So, I mean, in about 10 years, man, it's gonna be hard to tell the way technology going, but you open my eyes on that, man, because I'm telling you, I wouldn't even date a woman who had kids prior, but that was just because of me being petty and me being prideful. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's a lot of stuff that you bring to the table, man. It's a lot of educational and wisdom that you have. Arguments. We got enough people tearing each other down. You know what I'm saying?
Now let me ask you. Let me cut you off real quick on something you said before I forget, because I don't write shit down, man. I'm off the top of the dome about how I change your mind and shit like that. Let me ask you a question about women, right? That have kids, right? That have to go through dealing with men that have a problem with them having a child or even a couple children by another man or two men or whatever the fuck it may be. Would you then now agree that maybe that in itself could cause some type of negative reaction from a female that continues to try to be a good woman, but because she got a baby daddy and they're not together anymore, and she's trying to have a relationship with another man, but that other man can't respect her because the children ain't theirs. The reason why my wife and I are still together, because when I got with her, I took on the responsibility of getting with her children, and I don't mean fucking sexually. If I when I chose to get in a relationship with my wife and love her, I had to love the children that came with her. I had to love what came with her. If I wasn't willing to do that, why would I sleep with her? You know what I mean? And mind you, listen, I can say this because the statute of limitations been ran out. I met my wife my wife was getting it when I met her, and I was getting it.
Right.
At one point, I was copping from my wife.
Okay.
My wife wasn't nothing to play with. I'm going to tell you just like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, she worked. You know what I mean? She worked and she made that bread, God damn it, just like I did. You know what I mean? It just so happened when I couldn't get it from XYZ, I was able to get it from you know who, my G. You know what I mean? We've been together 23 years. You know what I mean? I'd say 4 years in, 4 years in, we both, you know, it's a wrap. You know what I mean? Because there's kids involved. And at the end of the day, I'm telling you, man, I was banging so motherfucking hard. Here's what my wife told me. And she had quit before I did. And it was like, but I was stupid. She was like, you know, if they come up in here, they're going to take my kids, don't you? I swear to God, you can ask her, but she won't talk online. But if a motherfucker would ask my wife face to face, she would tell you that's when I quit. When she told me that, I damn near broke down. And it was like, if they run up in this bitch, you know they taking my kid. That's how she came at me, man. Real shit. She didn't let me on no bitch shit. She said, look, shit getting ugly. You sitting here, she was like, you know, the money, whatever. You know, she said, well, look, the kids. She like, if they run up in this motherfucker, she said, I was young. I met my wife when I was 18. You know what I mean? About to be 19, months before my 19th birthday. The fall, I was born October 28th of 77. You feel what I'm saying? So I met my wife right before the fall. I think it was July. She upstairs don't want her to hear me, and I'll be wrong. July, August or something. I think July of my 18th, you know, when I was 18, about to turn 19, a few months, you know what I mean, now. So, but it was like, you know, I was out here getting it, man. I'm trying not to say too much, but, you know, we ain't in the game no more, and ain't been in the game for good years, you know what I mean? But it was like, when she came to me and said that, man, it was like bells rang off, because when I got into a relationship with my wife, and it became a, you know, relationship, I knew her long before we even actually got into a relationship. That's what people don't understand. I grew up with her family. I never knew her. You see what I'm saying? So we ended up meeting or whatever, you know what I mean? And we met on street terms, you know what I mean? And like I just told you, I was copping, whatever, when I couldn't get it from, what's her name, whatever. My wife was big time. Let me just say that. They trying to say my wife got locked up for dope and she was a dope fan. Yeah, that's what was played, so she didn't get that goddamn time. You understand what I'm saying? My wife was out here getting it, my nigga. You know what I mean? And so was I. But then I didn't sleep, my nigga. You know what I mean? And it was like, she got nervous. It was that fucking ugly. And she pulled me, you know, to the side. We sat down, you know what I mean? At this point, we living together. She was like, baby, look, you know if they run up in here, this is all she had to say to me, baby, you know if they run up in here, they taking the kids. She didn't say they taking my kids, because she knew her kids was mine. She said, you know if they run up in here, they gonna take the kids, don't you? And I looked at her, and I started looking in her motherfucking eyes, man. I swear to God, I quit. I quit based on that, and the fact that I almost killed one of my ace boom coons that somebody told me was selling dope to one of my family members. And I was chasing the nigga down the nigga knew I was looking for him. We used to hang every day. I was chasing the nigga down, about to take his life. for selling dope to my family, and then I thought about it. Sunshine, I've been told this story years and years ago. I told this story multiple times before I even came into this sector. You know what I mean?
I heard it before.
And I literally was going to go kill it. I'm nothing to play with, man. But guess what? I was looking for this nigga so long, man, to the point to where I had time to think about it. And I was like, hold the fuck up, you fucking dumbass. I be talking to myself. I swear to God, I talk to myself literally. Like I'm having a conversation with you right now. I literally talk to myself. I don't give a fuck what nobody says about that, because that's why I ain't in prison right now. You understand what I'm saying? I said, you stupid son of a bitch. I said, you out here selling dope to motherfuckers, aunties, cousins, mamas, nephews, nieces, babies, grandmothers, cousins, and daddies and shit. But a motherfucker can't sell them to yours, you a fucking hypocrite. This is before I even came to YouTube or social media. Before I even had a social media account. I'm talking about way before that. Before any of these other niggas came to social media and shit too. Only thing out at that time probably was MySpace. Well, I don't even think MySpace was out at that time. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I was like, you a bitch ass nigga to be out here lurking. I'm talking about, dude, I wouldn't sleep at night, nigga. I was sitting outside of houses where I knew this nigga was at. I heard you so dope to who in my family? Okay, I got you. I was going to take the nigga life. And then I thought about it. I said, you stupid son of a bitch. You a hypocrite. Now, I'm talking to myself now. I'm like, you doing the same thing you great go kill this man for doing. So based on, there was two things that caused me to get out the streets. It was me about to kill a nigga that I grew up with because I heard he was selling dope to a family member. You know what I mean? And being honest, it was my mom at that time. And I don't know if it was true or not, but I knew what the situation was. But it was that coupled with the conversation my wife had with, I had with my wife, and it was like, I had to see shit for something else outside of me. And that was when I put those two things together. I was like, if I go out there and sell dope to old boy, auntie, cousin, daddy, grandma, then they can sell it to mines. I quit. Now I got a reason to take a motherfucker life that I can't sell into my family. Because I ain't selling to nobody else, fam. I got a reason now. Back then, I didn't have a reason. I was a bitch and I was a hypocrite if I did that. You see what I'm saying? Right now, nigga, I catch a motherfucker doing that know better, I got your ass. I promise you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna touch you. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I may take your life, or may not. I don't know what the fuck. I know I'm gonna make sure you don't sell another crack rock ever again. I promise you that. I got that right now. The difference between now and then is before I didn't have that fucking right. Because I was doing the same motherfucking thing that they were doing that pissed me off. So I stopped doing what they were doing. Now I would be justified in doing what the fucking, whatever I need to do to motherfucking make you know fat me crazy. If you understand what I'm saying.
I did. I said it was stupid. I understand that completely. And shit, to answer your question, man, I don't know. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know how I would feel if one of my sons, when they get older and they got with a girl who had kids in a previous relationship. But what I can say is that now I'll be more understanding and I have a real serious conversation with them to let them know that what you're doing just ain't no pity-patty shit. Like, this is real shit. If you're gonna be in that child's life, you need to be in that child's life. Don't bring this girl around me. Don't bring this girl around your family and these kids around. If you different dudes rotating in and out the house, then he not going to have a respect for a father figure. So if she do get with a man who's silent and really going to hold her down, he going to go through hell.
Or his mom. He ain't going to have respect. He or she ain't going to have respect for the mom if they got to grow up saying that. Right. Dude, you are very wise.
That's what Tommy Sotomayor was talking about. He's talking the same thing about Tommy Sotomayor. He's a big-ass hypocrite.
Don't look at all these dudes going in and out. And now she going to start looking at men a certain type of way. And a lot of times we do stuff in front of our kids and wondering why when they get older and they become adults and they have this fucked up outlook on life was because of the shit that they seen when they was growing up. That's why I say I'm blessed and I'm privileged to I know that I'm rare because like even what you was about to say, I'm wise for 28. And I appreciate that. But at the end of the day,
I think you lying. I think you fucking lying. There's no way you 28 years old, nigga. You lying like a motherfucker.
I turned 29 in July.
Nigga, you a goddamn lie. You turned 59 in July.
This is garbage. I'll holler back.